All right, I wanted to quickly look at a few things here. This is the SPY daily, and we have printed an 8-2. I don't love that it's this arbitrary dip, but I guess when you move up in a perfectly straight line for a year and some change, that's a significant dip as any other. It did make this pattern. And with this being an 8-2 on the daily, if we look over here, there's been 14 of them. 4 of them have stopped out. And 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them have at least reached target 1. So, and with target 2 being so close, I mean, somewhere in this range, and I have this white line here, which I can't remember what I put it there for, but it's odd that it's right in between there. So just looking at it from a percentage standpoint, we are almost 70% more likely to hit 404 than 344. Now, granted, that's a huge fucking swing. You can't just take the trade, but if we were to put in a higher low and confirm that higher low anywhere over here, I would buy the breakout of 394. And again, this may take multiple more days to play out because there's so much room for it to range. We did get the entry, so we're in the trade. 344 or 404. There's a 60 points or $60 swing in there. I do feel like we had A, B, C, and this is probably an Elliott that we're in, but I haven't been able to cleanly count it, and I can't obsess about it too much. Let's see. I've got a fib. I've got a fib from the COVID low to the all-time high. The 0.5 is at 349. So there's even a chance we pull down, collect this liquidity across the top here, and expect a reaction from the 0.5. I've got 3 fibs on the SPY. So I've got that one. I've got this move, assuming that we... Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this move from this high to this low, although this low is not quote-unquote in yet, because we can just pull in and this fib will have to be adjusted. But as it stands, one of the things I'll look for if I'm guessing whether this is a low is if you can pull the fib across it and each of the fib levels, let me take this one off, and each of the fib levels makes sense with what the price action was doing, then you're very likely close. So if we look here, we sold off and bounced hard at the 0.5, wrestled the 618, rejected clean from the 786, bounced hard on the 0.5. See how this has a resonance to it. And for instance, you could have, like if I go to replay and I just pick, whatever, if I would have pulled this out into no man's land, it's following this pretty closely before we know where the bottom of price is. So on this day, maybe you're looking for a long, I'm just guessing here, wicks up. And then where do we have a reaction? Next fib level down. And I'm guessing we're going to have a reaction here at the 236. Yep, there's the reaction at the 236, rejection from the 382. So structurally, this makes sense. We rejected from the 236 the other day. It's bouncing within this, so this could be the low. The low may be in on SPY, and I've got one more fib. Okay, yeah, and that's just this move, because we know we have a high to low move that's taken however many days. It's significant enough, and lo and behold, we rejected from the 0.5 the other day. This level, what is this green line? Put this green line on here for something, but wanted to point out another thing. And this is something that I'm trying to incorporate a little more, and it's that this is the 8-hour stochastic. It stays static at 8 hours no matter what I'm on up here on the chart. And that whole concept that there's no such thing as oversold in a downtrend, and there's no such thing as overbought in an uptrend. So if you're looking at it that way, you know, if we're in a downtrend here and we see these oversold levels, well, we still had a lot of room to go down. Oversold doesn't mean oversold when you're trending down. So when we come here and we see this price action, that doesn't mean anything. Really, the stochastic should only be used to go with trend. So overbought, 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 all of those are signals to short. And then once we confirm here that we are in a big macro downtrend, none of these dips matter, only this top matters. Overbought, get rid of it. So we're not overbought right now, although we do see the lines about to cross. They're touching here. Yeah, so I want to hop over on BTC. And I know this is an insane nightmare right now. Let me see how I can make sense of this. I can't. We're just going to have to... Can I just hide them all? Remove drawings. There we go. And I'll just undo that in a moment. So we started a downtrend here, and every spot that you see overbought is a time to short, but every spot that you see oversold is not a time to buy. More down. Oversold, oversold, overbought. And look at the dotted line here. That's oversold. That's oversold. It's only these pips up top that really matter. And I would imagine that if we did the same thing here, we would find that there's no such thing as overbought. So keep that in mind. Bitcoin has the same 8-2 harmonic. It's a little bit better looking, but there's been one in the history of Bitcoin that this indicator can read, and it has a 100% rate of hitting target 1. That's not saying much. 1 for 1's not a big enough sample size for me, so I'm kind of leaving it alone. Let me undo for a bit and get my drawings back. Okay, now there's one thing that I do feel. This fib, I've got a fib running from the COVID low to the all-time high, and then I've got a couple other fibs here. I've got one from this peak to this valley, and then I've got one that captures this range. And I know it's chaotic and can't be seen right now. I'm going to go down into a lower time frame to really take a look at it. Okay, so I'm going to hop on the hourly here, and we have a couple of things. One is that we rejected from the 236 of the COVID low to the, was it the COVID low? My biggest macro, no, it's this low. It's the low we just had at 17.5 to the very tip. We rejected pretty pretty affirmatively from the 236. That's the only fib level that matters on that time frame, and we've rejected from it. We did blow right through the 0.5 from this price action, which isn't insignificant. I mean, this is a significant enough price level. It looks like price is just going to roll over on us, but we blew through this so fast that I just can't imagine putting in a new low and collapsing from here without a kiss, just a kiss. And I'm going to front run the trade. I'm going to try to get out of the trade at maybe 675, something like that. Maybe this here, you know, come up, kiss that, get the fuck out of the trade. It's not strong. It doesn't look good. And it looks like right now we're going to try and hold the 618 today. I would not be surprised if we dump to the 786, especially with Powell and his fuck boys trying to pull some whoop-de whoop-whoop on us. But 0.5s are important levels. You got to think we waited, missed it, waited. Like, you wait for a pullback to the 0.5. And they call this the golden pocket for a reason. The 0.5 to the 618. It is the ideal place to get in on pullbacks. And we're at the very bottom of it, and we've shown some weakness, and we've seen crazier things with Bitcoin. So I'm not going to be holding this. Like, I'm literally watching for micro time frame highs and lows. So right now we pulled in higher low, higher high. I'm going to run with that. As soon as this thing closes with a lower low, I'm out. You know, like, I'll accept a wick down to here. But if we start trading even on 15-minute candles below 18,900, I'm out. I'm out of any longs, and I'm trying to hunt a pop, maybe a pop back to 19,230 to short. Yeah, and that's what I'm seeing. I have to trust that fib levels are there to be retested. And as crazy as it seems for price to just not come back up here, it's possible. But there was so much enthusiasm yesterday whenever we were pulling up what looked like pulling up here. And there were bulls out, and I just can't imagine them all giving up. You know, I know SPY dragged the whole market down, but I can't imagine them giving up. And I think we come back to here. I do. But that's mostly gut. And I'll be watching for candles to tell me the real story. All right. Good luck, turds.